Okay, welcome everybody to the 25th GameSpot. We've been going on for 3 years now, probably, or close to 2.5. Today we have a very special program, and there's probably the most people that have been here in a couple of months, so that's great. So, the first thing that we're going to have is... it's not moving. It's not moving. The first part will be the Slovak Indie Showcase. And we're going to have 5 developers from here, from Slovakia, talking about their projects and the things that they're working on. We're going to hear from ElitApps, from Fun2Robots, from Gamifi, from PowerPlay Manager and Mr.Fox and friends. Right after that, we're going to have our main presentation from Brandon Sheffield. The talk will be dealing with publishers in the United States. Brandon is from Necrosoft, and he's also a contributing editor to Kama Sutra. Got that right?
Yes.
Right after, we're going to go to an after party. It's going to be at the Black King Bar. For those who don't know it, that's on Dunajska Street, which is fairly close to here. It's an esports bar. There's also a special announcement that we're announcing now. There's going to be a small mini GameSpot next week, exactly from today, in Black King Bar. We're going to have students of game design from Zurich talk about what they study and how they study. And we're also going to have a presentation about all the different developers that are here in Slovakia, and also a presentation about game studies from Brno. So it's going to be a mini GameSpot, but there's a lot of things that we're going to be talking about. The reason being that it's so close is because they're only here next week, and there's no other way we can do it. And the last thing that we wanted to announce, we're creating a new initiative called GameDevHub. Please go to our website, eventually. You can find all the past videos from all the previous GameSpots, and more information about what we want to do in the next couple of months and this year with this initiative. So, let's get started. The first presentation is from Gamifi, Matej Jarabka. So please, Matej, come up front, and we're going to get started.
Okay, thank you very much. We're up and running. Okay, hi, good evening everyone. I'm from Gamifi Games, and we have more fluent videos than this one. So I'm hoping that the gameplay video and the trailer will be a bit better. But I'll start with the introduction of our small studio and our game, The Great Bobo Escape. So we are a team of 4 people. Most of us are in Brno, but I'm here in Slovakia. So we're like the other game developers here, more Czechoslovak. And the 4 of us cover graphics and programming, and we also have 2 other people doing music and arts, in 2D arts. From our history, we've been very successful in Microsoft Imagine Cup in game design category. We've been 2 times in the World Finals with these 2 projects. The upper one is a collaborative game for 3 players who take care about the 3 and they play through augmented reality. And the lower one is a real-time strategy where you command a set of firefighters basically extinguishing wildfires. So some educative games, and now we're on our first project, The Great Bobo Escape. It's a stealth adventure for mobile. So with mind that mobile comes first, also PC sometime later. It has a sci-fi story, and it will come out in more episodes, 2 or 3 episodes. So to tell a little bit more about it, it's all about a little robot called Vovo, who is escaping from a mining colony. He needs to find the proper way in a maze of tunnels. There are a lot of enemies and hazards. He needs to outsmart them or avoid them completely, so he can stay safe. There's no shooting, there's no real blood, so it's more about being clever and really going around than through some of the enemies. Okay, so these are our contacts, maybe a few slides from the game as well. You explore what's in the levels. You need to find the proper way in different ways. One way you have one challenge, the other way you have hazards, so you need to overcome them. There are also a few mini puzzles that will keep you busy and thinking. You have a little bit of platforming as well, and you need to hide in the background, in the shadows, and so you need to be really careful because you are unarmed and the enemies can basically one hit kill you. Okay, so this is how you escape or try to escape. Okay, I guess that we can go to the first video. So this will be a short intro to the game. Like I said, we have a sci-fi story set in a near future where nothing special really happened, but there is a special place in the solar system, just like the one where Vovo is entrapped,
near future.
And it's a colony.
Mankind reached out to space. Utopia is becoming a reality.
Should
Hungry to conquer new frontiers and desperate to power current abundance, energy is still the greatest concern. Automated mining stations are sent to near space. Precious metals are mined without human presence or supervision. These self-reliant factories help mankind to survive. What happens inside of these factories is a secret to the outer world. But while the precious energy in form of crystals flows out, no one really cares. The greatest dependence of all humanity has become its blindest spot. Into this living organism, a new type of robot is just being introduced.
And as you may guess, this new element is Vovo. So throughout the game, you go deeper and deeper into a game, into levels more underground, and you discover what's really behind and what's really why you are really there and what's your purpose in all this. We try to make the story also a bit more subtle, so you can skip it anytime and just solve the puzzles. And a bit more from the game, actual gameplay. Sorry. I hope you can see it, but it's too much light here. Okay, so you need to avoid few machines. You will be jumping and running quite a lot because the mine is a very dangerous place. I'm not sure if it looks on a quality, but this is captured on an NVIDIA Shield tablet in a 1080p, 30 frames per second. You also have to create a little bit of chaos down in the mine, because that's the only way you can really survive. Okay, that's it. So thank you very much, and I still have some time, right? So there were no Q&A sections, so I like to have my quick one here.
One question.
Okay, one question. Okay, sorry, I didn't see you. Okay.
Okay, my question is, what kind of decision is it to make people care for robots? You know, why is not your stealth character rather a human?
Okay, good question. And it has basically two answers. First one is a limitation that we have as an indie team to make a really character as a living person. It's quite hard to become with or to come up with a story about the character and to make it a bit more real. So we decided to go for a robot, which is also a bit easier to create in a game. And why is it special and why you should care about him? It's because he's fragile and you need to protect him, and he's on a mission that you will discover later on throughout the game. So he has a possibility to create some impact down in the mine. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Matej. Matej is going to be here, so during the break you can talk to him if you have any other questions, and I guess he'll put up the contact information in the event so you can look it up if you need to. Okay, so the next presentation, the second presentation today, will be from Alex Haidu, and he's going to be talking about his family indie game studio and their project Mr.Fox and Friends. So come on up, I'll just set it up.
So hello everybody, thank you for having us here. My name is Alex and this is my wife Eddie, and we are the duo behind the indie studio Mr.Fox and Friends. I'm developer and my wife Eddie is illustrator. She has a lot of experience illustrating kids' books and stuff for kids. And this little guy, it's Adam, it's our third member, he's beta testing right now, and our fourth member is in development. We are not hiring our members, we are creating them. Our studio was established in Prague in 2012, and if you are interested and want to find out more, you can follow this link and you can find some information about our studio and about our story. As you see, we are working from home office. For illustrating, it's not such a big deal, but for the coding and this stuff, I'm going to co-working space named Pong. So, what do? We are doing games for kids, and we are focusing on the group for toddlers, for games for toddlers, so the age is 2.5 a year. And we are creating games according to Adam's age and interest, and Adam is one of the main reasons our studio was established. And from the beginning, 2015, we started to work also on casual games for grown-ups, and but also we want to continue to work and create also games for kids. And we create also some plush toys and digital artworks and posters for kids. And from 2015, we moved back to Nitra, and so we are based in Slovakia again. So I will show you some of games. The first three icons, they are already in store, and these two icons are in development. Mr.Fox, it was our first title, first game published in App Store, and it was just a very simple game. This game was created during Christmas time, so the atmosphere in the game is Christmas. All around you can play on or explore the screen, find hidden objects, make some noise and music and this stuff, and decorate the tree. Mr.Fox and Shapes is our second game in App Store. We have some trailer for this game also. Okay. It's not that important.
It's a very static trailer.
Yeah. This is our son. This game is for iOS only, and development of this game was funded by investor, and this game also was featured by Apple in various categories and best new apps and this kind of stuff. Yeah, as you probably seen, there's 3 different scenes, interactive scenes, and 4 different game modes. Some screenshots from the game. And this is the recent game in the App Store. It's show the trailer again. It's shorter, it's only 30 seconds, I think. So, it was a trailer for the game, and this game was also multi-platform, so we have the game on Apple, Android, Amazon, and Navi tablets, and this game was also featured by Apple on the banners, so this is one of the main achievements in 2014 for us. The next achievement was we were able to present our games on the Japanese market on Digital Children's Book Fair in Tokyo, and also our studio was selected as one of the trusted developers for Navi tablets. And yeah, now I want to show you the games in progress. One game is on the farm. It's a remake of a memory game for kids. This is the first of the series, and the episode and in the first are coming next year. And the release date for this game is February 2015. Some screenshots from this game. Yeah, and this is also a game in development. It's called Module, and it's not a game for kids. It's a game for grown-ups. We are working intensively now, and we want to release this game spring summer 2015. And the plot for this game is very simple. After an incident in space, the module falls down to an alien planet, and your mission is to escape the planet. And there will be 6 different levels, and each level will have different landscapes and enemies and there are some level visualizations of the preparing game and some behind the scenes. We don't have pretty much materials for this game because it's in a very early stage of development. So if you are interested, you can subscribe to our newsletter and we will send you more information as we will continue to develop this game. So thank you very much, and these are our information, and if you want to ask something, you have.
Thank you, Alex. Alex will also be here, so during the break you can also talk to him if you need to. Great. So the third presentation today at GameSpot 25 will be ElitApps, and we're going to hear from Matej Uherko. Martin, sorry.
Okay. You can play.
I'm getting there.
Well, our game is a short mobile game. It's a Bomberman clone, so you know, if you play Bomberman, you played our game, and that's not really that interesting. What interesting was the journey of getting it out. You can play. Oh, okay. Thanks. So we are essentially developing Bomberman clone. It was just a test project. It was nothing big or serious. But we had a problem that we tried to do it in 3D, you know, try to leverage camera angles and do something new, and it was really, you know, heavy on performance. It was consuming too much resources, and not so many devices could run it. So by coincidence, we tried to experiment with Shield hardware, you know, the Shield Portable and the Shield Tablet, and we found out that there we could, you know, afford lots of tricks, lots of eye candy there we couldn't do everywhere else. So we reached out to NVIDIA, and they actually liked our game so much because it was something new. It wasn't, you know, gritty first-person shooter that looks, you know, really gory, and it also wasn't just a casual game like, you know, Flappy or Angry Birds or anything like that. It was just a, you know, nice mid-core cross-section between those, and they liked it so much that they actually not even helped us, you know, push it on the stores and stuff. They even helped us improve the game so much that they had to feature us on the front pages of their Shield Hub store and Tegra's own store. And I can show you how the game looks now. I mean, originally the game looked so terrible I didn't even want to put the screenshots or anything in it, so sorry that you cannot see the before and after pictures, because the before were really terrible. And yeah, so this is the hardware we're running it on. You know, the Tegra K1, it's really above anything that we used to do, and that's a wrong screenshot, sorry about it. And let me show you the game, how it looks. And play it maybe. There's the overlay. That's one of our launch trailer. So if it doesn't run, you can just use the video, so that's fine. So this is how the game looks like now on a mobile device. Notice all the colorful, you know, effects like particle effects and soft shadows, real-time renders from everything. We're getting there. Also, I'm sorry I'm not really talking that much about game design because the game is not really that impressive in design. Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's not in the game, it's just a trailer music. But thanks. Yeah, this is how it looks. It lags horribly, it looks like this. Sorry, it lags really bad, so it doesn't lag on the device, that's the point of the device, so sorry, this is not how it plays in real time. And you want just a crazy bone fun everywhere, it's in 3D. And you know, you can choose your angles, you can choose a huge, you know, eagle-eye view with just a 2D, or you can go real close and see everything. And yeah, that was the trailer. And you know, it got suddenly much more interesting because you had huge puffs of smoke and you know, fire where enemies can come at you from all sorts of weird angles. And that wasn't, you know, the finish of the journey. Actually, NVIDIA reached to us, you know, talking to us about, hey guys, try to bring in a smart TV. It's nice if you play it, you know, in 1080p. Let's try to bring it on the big screen. And that's what we're trying to do now. Yeah, sorry, I'm not talking about the iOS version because it's new still, because some, you know, jerky description problems, like you had a typo here and there. So it's second month in review. It does exist. We made an iOS version, just nobody knows about it, so sorry about it. And what happened that we reached out to Google and they sent us their ADT1, you know, set-top box for smart TVs, and I think it was really hard to get it because I usually see it sold on the black markets, and we tried to play around with it, and we found out that we can port it to all sorts of devices, because innards of this device are present in all the 4K smart TVs present on the CS export from Sharp, Philips, and Sony, and they're running on the same hardware. And also Snail Games, which are publishing the O-Box and V3 phone, are running on the same K1 chip, which is, you know, really powerful. So they reached out to us. Same with Razer, who won the CES award for People's Choice, and that's what we're trying to do. We just wanted to make a small tech demo that, you know, you can play for a few minutes. But we found out that we made a game that looks surprisingly nice on big screen, plays good with the controller, and so we're trying to port it to all sorts of different platforms. Because what was most shocking, that people actually played for long stretches of time. We designed it to be you know, just a casual game. You play it for 2-3 minutes, that's all. People played for the average session duration is, you know, 12 minutes, almost up to a quarter hour, and people play for 20, 30, 60 minutes per session. So like, yeah, maybe the game isn't as crappy as we thought it would be, so let's port it to other platforms. And what also happened, that some of the hardware manufacturers that were making the gamepads reach out to us saying like, yeah, your game is really nice with gamepad, why don't you support our gamepad? So we also try to support these, and we're also looking into micro consoles like the Amazon Fire TV, which I would highly recommend to all of you, because there are some really nice developer programs on Amazon App Store which are not present on the iOS nor Google Play. So check out for Amazon, guys, really. And what also happened that on around, I think, 2nd and 4th of January, NVIDIA introduced another powerhouse processor, X1, and they even promised us, you know, being able to work on that one. So we're really curious what can we, you know, squeeze out of that hardware. Sad thing is, those dev kits aren't in existence yet. They are being manufactured as we speak, so sorry I cannot show you those or do anything with those at the moment. They're just in the process of being manufactured. And yeah, that's it. I mean, if you guys have some interesting games that you want to talk with NVIDIA guys to, I'd like to introduce you, no problem. They're very open and they're very helpful. And also try to look out for Amazon TV or Amazon stuff in general if you're doing mobile games, because it's really interesting. It's not as big platform as iOS or Android, I mean Google Play Android, but they have really some awesome support for developers. So yeah. And also, sorry that I'm mostly talking about marketing and platforms and not about the game design, because as you've seen, the game isn't really that complex or hard to understand. But I think you guys would benefit from, you know, a few words about the platform. So yeah, that's about my presentation.
Thank you. And Martin will be here during the break, so you can talk to him if you have any other questions, either about the platform or about the games. Thank you very much. Okay, our fourth. Forgot the order. Okay, our fourth presentation today is going to be PowerPlay Manager, and we're going to hear from Andrej and Ivan. So come on up.
Hello everybody, it's great to be here with you tonight. My name is Ivan and I am the CEO of the company PowerPlay Manager, and this is my colleague Andy, and Andy is the lead game designer in our company. And we came here tonight to tell you a bit more about our upcoming new game, and it's a sport game called Biathlon Mania. But before we do that, I would like to introduce our company a little bit for you. So we are an indie game studio, founded in 2007 here in Slovakia. The first game was launched in the year 2009. It was a ice hockey manager game, and currently we have 23 core team members and over 300 external helpers worldwide. And well, that's a part of our team actually. And till today we have launched 9 games. 2 of them have also a Facebook version. The rest is browser-based only. And most successful and popular games were Skija Mania and Skija Mania 2 on Facebook, Tennis Duel, PowerPlay Manager, Football and Hockey. And currently we have over 3 million registered users in all of our games, and 46,000 daily active users and over 120,000 monthly active users. Well, the company were awarded Deloitte Fast Technology Top 50 Award for Slovakia as the fastest technology growing company in 2014. And we are focused mainly on sport games. And the upcoming game, which we will be talking about, that's Biathlon Mania, where you play in the role of biathlete. It's kind of a mix of RPG with funny mini games inside in it, and more about the game will be told by Andy. The micro is yours, Andy.
Thank you, Evan. So, okay, Biathlon Mania is our 10th game. It's online sport game with RPG features. The users can play Biathlon Mania on 2 platforms, on web and Facebook, with the same user database. We designed a new navigation system in game. As you can see, we made a Biathlon village with buildings in which the players can make some actions. For example, train skills or build facilities or play duels and tournaments. Also, we designed a non-linear tutorial, so always when the player unlocks new mechanics, short tutorial with 2 or 3 easy tasks will appear. So tutorial tasks don't display in a row, but in the right time. Also, we changed graphics in tutorial. Competition among players is made in short animated minigame. Here is a short video minigame. No. Advertisement.
Yeah, it's very similar to the previous video, by the way. Pandas are very trendy these days. You're using our
Thank you. Right here. Without sound, but okay. Our short animated minigame contains skiing and shooting parts. Also in game we have boosting card. Okay, thank you. Also, we designed new task system with secondary tasks. From the beginning, the players can choose from several tasks which of them they start accomplish. For example, here is our trainer with tasks, and here is Jessica with her daily tasks. So, equipment. Our players may dress their biathletes into clothes. For example, suits, skis or ski boots. What's more, these elements offer special abilities. We designed also something for collectors. We made a collector's album with real biathletes from all over the world. We made some deals. For now, I think approximately 25 deals with real biathletes. And our players can collect pictures and their pictures and challenge them. For example, here is Simon Furkat. It is a very good biathlete. He won World Championship. Okay. In game is also animated tasks, so the players can complete animated tasks for energy. It is, for example, shooting on the target, or shooting on a moving target, or skiing on time. We made also some graphical add-ons. For example, a rotating race, animated coins and dollars into boxes, and also the game is completely sounded. Okay, we prepared big advertising for Biathlon Mania. In first, we plan a big campaign on Facebook, and also spots in prime time in Eurosport. And here is a short example.
Ski, shoot, and collect victories in the Biathlon Mania online game. Biathlonmania.com.
Thank you. Also, we plan make big cross-marketing in our 9 games, and send mailing all our registered users. For now it is over 3 million. Okay. Okay, thank you. Beta of Biathlon Mania is coming soon, so follow us on our fan page in Facebook. All important information you can find there. So, thank you very much, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. And we're going to go to our final presentation. Vlada, come on up.
Hey, do you hear me? Great. Hey, I'm Vlad from Fun to Robots, and I'm going to take you on a little path and tell you something about our team and our game. There is Zdeněk, our level designer, who is going to show us some gameplay after a while. So, just in one sentence, Fun to Robots are game devs or game dev veterans bringing console-like experience to your mobiles. Who am I? I was working in Calderon, which was Activision's exclusive developer. I was there working on 5 games. As you can see, Calderon had pretty great selling around 1 million units per game, and 5 and more SKUs. So Xbox, PS3, Wii. I would tell that I'm a disillusioned developer, but still I have dreams, and part of this dream was Studio Fun to Robots. We founded on September 2013. Our goal was do it as right as possible from the start. So what we did was that we looked back to a big business and basically we inspired from good things and learn by mistakes. I would tell that Activision and Calderon did a lot of great work, and we had a lot of inspiration for processes, workflow, and game ideas, and so on. So we started with this list of things which is good to keep in mind. Now, on the start, there was an idea and the right team. I would recommend to always keep in mind your pros and find someone who compensates your cons. So there is a founding team, Philip, right there, Lukáš, and me. I would say that everybody professionals from different fields of game development, and that was basis of Fun2Robots. But team are not just managers or founders, but team are the game devs and professionals, and we have a lot of them. Not all of them are working full time in our team. Some of them are just part time. Some of them are students or consultants. But everyone is super important, or was super important, for our game called Future Factory. So, and the second thing we did, and I hope we did right, was spend enough time to find the right idea, something which is really missing on the market. So, if you are doing big game with big budgets and a lot of people, you can be non-innovative, let's say, because you can hide the lack of innovation behind the big money and team and great cinematics and so on. But in small project, the idea is what sells you. So we ask ourselves, where's the problem? What is missing on mobiles? And how our game should solve these problems. And basically, we found out on mobiles that the problem is that the mid-core games are missing. The challenge, something what really needs player skills, is missing. So we came up with a solution which was roguelike game for mobile. I don't know if you know what's roguelike genre or subgenre, but roguelike is, let's say, we can specify it like something with permadeath, so there are no saves, so it's short and intense, it's procedurally generated, and because of this it has high replay value. And all of these facts are really, really good for mobile gaming. So our solution and the game was the Future Factory. And now let's take a look at some gameplay. Do we have sound?
Plug it in.
So as you can see, it's mobile game, but it looks really like this on your mobile phone. Right now we are just submitting on Windows Phone. We finished some last Microsoft things yesterday. So now we are submitting on Windows Phone, and after 3 months exclusivity, we are going to iOS and Android. Now we can say something about gameplay. As you can see, there are like arenas, and if you enter the arena or room, you are then closed, and you have to win the fight with the enemies, and after that you can continue in the gameplay. The floors are generated from these rooms, and they are, as I said, procedurally generated. now let's take a look to the second floor. Basically, if you are going deeper and deeper, gameplay is much more intense and much harder. Zdeněk is not the regular player, I would say. So you can then try it on our mobiles and you'll see. Now maybe you can buy some other equipment. Brilliant. Give up. There is a story which tells you kind of back story about the robots and how we invented the biggest invention of the humanity and how we then ended up. I would say it's a pretty good story. It doesn't look maybe from the beginning, but it's really kind of even philosophic and really interesting. I was kind of that was part I didn't like in Activision, that they had stories for everybody. So even like 10 years kid and 60 years old guy had to understand that story and had to enjoy the story same. So that's not what we are looking for. We really look for more core players who enjoy even like more deep story. So now we are starting again from the first floor. As you see, the layout is different. We have shotgun now, and we have quick boost. It's machine gun. Okay, in the meantime, if you have some questions, just ask me. I just make this more silent. And if you have anything.
Yes. Is it only touchscreen, or do you also feature gamepad support?
Actually, that's something I would like to discuss with you about Tegra. This game was designed from beginning as cross-platform game. So it's basically very good for gamepad. And we had version for Xbox gamepad and basically for Xbox. We believe, and that's our like long-term mission, let's call it, that this game will be really cross-platformed, and you can play it on Xbox, and then you see your hero, everything, like all statistics upgraded on your mobile and so on. So basically that's our goal for the end of year 2015. Sorry?
Which Microsoft fund did you use?
It's called App Campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Someone else? Yeah.
Is this Unity engine?
Yes, that's Unity with our own shaders. I can then show you like how it looked in the beginning and how we changed the visual after that. So on Unity, as guys from Madfinger can tell you, you can do a lot of things, but you have to write on shaders there. A little bit of hack.
Are you creating new levels right now?
Yes. Actually, in the beginning we didn't have like level editors, so we started on like Excel sheets, which was pretty amazing.
You can show anything.
Yeah, we can then show you everything, but I guess we are out of time nearly. So, was that? It was some super hack. So that's end of the game, but it takes you some time to get there. Okay. Yes. Some other questions? Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
We're going to take about 3, 4, 5 minute break so Brandon can get set up, and then we'll move on to his presentation. Thank you.